What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another tutorial where we are going to be creating a forum with PHP and MySQL. In the last episode, we learned about how to insert data into a database with PHP and MySQL. In this episode, however, we are going to be taking everything we've learned about everything and creating an actual semi-practical kind of website with our information. So yeah, what we're going to be building is a comments page for our users to type stuff into. So if you go into our my website right here, you can see I have one that actually is working in action. You could probably obliterate this thing if you wanted to. It's pretty much dead. If you click the button, it posts a comment, but before that, it just does that to prevent spamminess because I'm lazy and don't want to actually manage HTTP requests and Apache and all that. But yeah, so inside of PHP we're gonna go under a forum and make a new table, and this table is going to be called comments. Very simple. Comments, and now we need an ID. We need some columns, and our first one is ID. We're going to give it a length of 11, and we're going to tell it to auto increment or a_i. We're going to say go. The next one we need is a value for alias, and now alias is going to be like the users are going to be able to post things like with their names. They're going to be able to post any name they want. And some people may say, well, that's a terrible idea. Well, no, it's not, because I think it's fun when you can just post as whoever you want, whatever kind of comment you want. The last attribute we're going to have is comments. And this is the comment the user posts. We're going to set that to text. Now, we've got all these three attributes. Just go ahead and click Save. So, it should bring up this menu with our newly created database. Newly created table. There's nothing in this table. But yeah, so we've created a table with PHP MyAdmin. The next thing you want to do is just go ahead and go into your Sublime Text and go right-click on Forum and click New File, and then you should get this. Now, what you want to do is just push Control-S, and you want to save this as comments.php, or you could save it whatever you want, but I'm just going to save it as that. Did I spell that right? I don't know. Now, we want to do Control-Shift-P and change our syntax to HTML. Once we do that, we can push exclamation point and push tab to generate all our HTML. And the title is just going to be comments. And now just go ahead and go to the body. And now what we need is a thing for our users to put some data into, because they can't just put data anywhere. You know, we need a place for them to do that. And the place we're going to use is, of course, an HTML forum like we did in the last episode. And I'm going to use Emmet to generate this. You can type the HTML code manually if you're new to this or you really want to. And the code we're going to do is forum, and inside the forum is input. And inputs are going to have an attribute of name. And now we are also going to add to that. We're gonna have after that we're gonna have a BR so we can break the line. And we're just going to surround this entire thing in, what are these called? Parentheses. And we're just going to do a ×3, push tab, boom. You get your attributes all right here. Oh, one more thing I forgot to do is form. Let me go ahead and add an attribute to it. The attribute I want is method equals post. And now, the reason why we need that is so we can have our form submit some data. Okay, the name, now these two are going to be text boxes, these first two inputs, and this last one is going to be a button. So, yeah. So the first we're going to have here is name equals alias. The next one is name equals comment. The last one, or type equals text, type equals text, type equals submit. Because this is a button, so it's type equals submit. Name is going to be equal to comment. No, that we can't call it that. We already have one. What should we call it? No, we already, submit. There we go. So this is our HTML form. Super easy to make, really quick. And now, I need to add slashes to this. So let me just, boom. Slash. Okay, there we go. Magical. Boom. Okay, so that is our completed form. Now we need to actually connect to it and submit some data. And to do that, we need to use some PHP. So, question PHP. Question. There we go. And now Control-Shift-P. Syntax PHP. There we go. Okay, so to connect to a database, of course, we need 4 values. We need our username. We're going to set that equal to, our username is going to be equal to, what is it called? Fox. And then we need a password. Password is going to be equal to ASDF. And then DB is going to be equal to forum. And then our server equals, what's it called? Localhost. You gotta make sure you spell that right, or otherwise you get tons of errors. Okay, now we need to connect to our database. To do that, just run, we're going to create a variable called connection. We're going to set it equal to MySQL underscore connect. And now inside here, we just want to pass in our localhost, and now our username, and now our password, and now our DB. Did I call it GB? Yep, okay, DB. There you go. Perfect. So now we have a connection to the server. We just want to make sure the connection works. So if MySQL underscore connect underscore error, I think that's how you do that. So if we get a MySQL connection error, we want to die unable to connect to the DB. Come back later. There you go. And now we have a connection to the database, which is pretty cool. So if we were to go ahead and just run this, we probably will get some kind of error because I know it'll happen. Yep, here we go. Notice unidentified variable local. That's not what I meant to call it. I meant to call it just, what did I call it? Server. There we go. Save it, and now let's run it. Boom. Okay, so we're connected to the database. Now, on these inputs, I just want to put some values. So, alias, and then right out beside it, comment. Boom. Okay, so there we go. That is our connection to the database. So now what we need to do is we need to create a query that'll let us submit something to the database. So first we want to check to see if that button was pushed. So to do that, if, we will create an if statement, and inside it we're going to say if is set, and we want to check if $_ post, because we're getting data from that forum. So if that post of, I think we called it submit, was checked, so if the button with the name of submit was pushed, we want to do some stuff. And the stuff we want to do is $username equals, or no, $alias, sorry. Alias is going to be equal to $_ post, and then in here, alias, boom. And now we just want to do the exact same thing for password, so Control-Shift-D, $, not password, comment, and now inside here, comments. Okay, there we go. Now that will save all of our post data into variables so we can submit it. Now we need to form a query to insert data, and our query is going to just be super easy query. It's a $SQL equals, and the query is insert into, and now our table name, which is comments, insert into comments, and now we give it 2 column names. Our first column name, don't put those in quotes, put these in graves. The first column name was called alias. We're not going to put an ID because we don't, the server, it's MySQL's job to do that, not ours. And now comment. Boom. No, not compact. Oh my gosh, where'd it go? Okay. Boom, comments. Comment. Okay, and now we need to give it our values. So values, and we're going to set that to our 2 values, which are alias, comma, comment. Okay, now we just, no, not connection. There we go, comment. Now we just need to query this. So MySQL underscore query. Oh, not master query. Query. I don't even know what that thing does. And what we want to query is just our connection and and our SQL. And this will run that query whenever the button is pushed to insert data into the database. So yeah, that is how you can run, that's how you insert stuff into the database. Now we just need to do one more thing, which is display all our content on the database. And to do that, we need a new query, which is going to be SQL equals, and this is the most basic query you could ever write as an SQL developer, select, no, not sleep, select asterisk from users, not users, comments. No. Comments. Okay, there we go. And now we can go ahead and create our result. So $result equals MySQL underscore query. And now inside here, we just do $connection and $SQL, which should go ahead and return. It should tell us whether or not we are able to connect, and we should return whatever we want it to. Now we need to check to see if there are any rows in the table. And to do that, we just say if result, no, that's not how we do it. If MySQL underscore num underscore rows, so is greater than 0. And inside this MySQL underscore num rows, we just need result. Boom. And now, inside here, we need to create our while loop to echo absolutely everything on the page. So, $, no, not even $, we need to say while. And inside our while loop, oh, get the heck out of here, slash. Just making all the stupid errors today. So, while MySQL underscore fetch underscore, no, sorry. That's not what we need to do. While $comments equals MySQL underscore fetch underscore ASSOC or a sock. And then, oh, too many parentheses. There we go. And we just need result. Boom. So this is pretty much all our PHP code. We're going to write just a little bit more. But yeah, so now what we need to do is we need to make our comments table, or a table in HTML. So I'm going to switch the syntax back to syntax HTML, and all this PHP code is going to turn white. Don't worry about it. It's just freezing off in the winter time. And what we need inside of this if statement is we need to break the PHP code. And to break the PHP code, we just do this PHP. And now, inside here, whatever we type is going to be HTML code. So, the HTML code we are going to type is super easy. We're just going to generate a table. So, table, and then border equals 1px. And now, we want a row for our table and a row of headers. So, we're just going to create some headings for our table. And to do that, we just do a tr, and inside there, we can just do tr. And inside there, we have th times 3, push tab, and there you go. The first tr is going to be called ID. The next one is going to be called comment, or no, alias, and the last one is going to be called comment. And now we just need to end the table, which of course we can end at the very end of our code. So let's see. Right here is where we need to create one more PHP break. So here we go. And PHP. And now inside here we just need to do /table. Boom. Okay. There we go. I'm going to organize that, and I'm going to fix the PHP code. Don't worry, I know it looks like poop right now, but we're about to fix it. And now, we just need to switch our syntax back to, sorry, I just paused the recording because I'm stupid. We need to switch our syntax back to PHP, syntax, PHP, boom. Now, here is everything right here, and let me just format it again. There we go. Okay, so after this if statement, we need to make sure that we need to check, so this checks to see if there are any rows in our table. After this, we need to just put an else, and we need to see how many, or if there, so this checks how many rows there are. If there are more than 0, we need to have an else statement here, and we're going to say otherwise. We want to echo P and then /p, and there you go. And now inside here we need to say no comments to display, boss. Come back later. And there you go. So that is pretty much it. We just need to create a table that displays everything. So we've already got our table here, and now inside our while loop, we just need to break the PHP one more time. Well, probably a few more times than just one. So there you go, and PHP. And now you could be echoing out everything, but it's much better practice in coding to or in web development to break your PHP statements rather than just creating new ones. So yeah, that's just why we do it this way. And now inside here we want a table row, or tr, and then we want a /tr. I just don't feel like changing the syntax to emit code. And now inside here we want a table data, and then we want another table data. So td, can you just do that? No, you can't with PHP. Okay, td, no, stap, and we want a td, and now we want another one, td, and we want a close that one, and then we want one more, td. This is why I use emit so often, because this just gets really repetitive. I mean, you could copy paste. That's probably what I should have done, because now I look like an idiot, but whatever. So inside of our table datas, we want to go ahead and add some PHP code. So to do that, PHP, and then echo. We want to echo out is $_ not even that. We want to echo $comments. And now inside here, we just want to put the key of our associative array, which is the values of all the tables, and the key is just going to be ID, and then we want to just semicolon and break the PHP. So semicolon, and then not break it, close it. I'm stupid, and I could have just copy pasted this whole time, but whatever. Copy, and now paste. Now I'm just gonna delete these. Boom, and now boom, boom. Okay, and now we're gonna, this one we want to echo out, not just ID, we want to echo out alias, and now in this one we want to echo out comment. And boom, let's just, all of this, I know I'm going to get 50 million PHP errors because I always do, but all of this should work. So here we go, no comments to display, boss, so far so good. Alias, Mr. Poop and Shire. That's who I am. The Gmail was sent and came back in time. Yay. Okay. Now let's just see if this works. Submit. What happened here? Okay, let's see. Let me echo out the query so we can. This is the debugging phase of our code. When your code doesn't run, you have to debug it and see what's wrong. So clearly our query was not submitted, so we want to echo $SQL. It may have been submitted, but it wasn't shown. We can just check the database, I guess. So browse. Nope. Okay. Well, our query failed. That was our issue. So alias, Mr. Poopinshire, and just whatever's the first one. This is not a comment. Submit. Okay. Insert into comments. So we can see our query here. Alias, comment, values, Mr. Poopinshire. Okay. Oh. Forgot to put our quotes. Super easy thing to fix. Okay. So, of course, you need your little single quotes there, or apostrophes as you would call them in English. Okay, now, Mr. Poopinshire. Yep. Yep, here we go, the Dmail. Submit that poop. And there we go. We get all this stuff here, right? Perfectly working. Our code is just fine. If we come back into our database, we can see, boom, there we go. Come on, yeah, there we go, boom. And now I'm just going to delete this echo SQL because we don't need it anymore, because we've successfully debugged the one bug in our code. And now, if we refresh, we can just, for days, and eventually the website will crash if you keep doing this, but whatever. We're boss. One thing you can do for fun is, to get your kicks, is, you can actually Oh, well, you can do that. That's a good idea. Let me just get rid of everything. See, it's actually F5. Come on. Okay. Come on, PHP. Alright, there we go. I'm just gonna go to the bottom, and we're gonna select everything, just so we can actually see what's going on. Just for fun, to get your kicks, we're going to delete everything, refresh the page, and it should, just nothing should be left over here. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now my alias is going to be h1/h1, and of course we're going to put it as Mr. Poopyshire. Is that what it was? I don't remember. Yeah, Poopyshire. And then we're gonna do h1/h1, and then inside here we're going to do marquee. I don't think I showed you guys the marquee tag. It's really fun. Marquee, and then paste, and then /marquee. And now, don't worry, there is a way to fix this, but just for our kicks, we're gonna do this. So you are a poopy head and get hexed M9. Yep, M8, no, okay, M8E. I can't type numbers on a keyboard, I just saved my life. There we go. And now, if we submit that, we can see Mr. Poopyshire, and you are a poopy head and get hacked, matey. Okay, that's awesome. We can also do this with pretty much anything if we wanted to, so we can just view page source, and if we just copy that, not Twitter, boom, paste Twitter source, submit, we can see that, well, that broke because semicolons, MySQL doesn't like semicolons, or not semicolons, regular ones, so if you put apostrophes, it's gonna break for now anyway. But yeah, that is us making something really cool. I hope you guys have not hated the tutorial series too much. If you have, go ahead and slap a dislike on this video, comment, and tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong. If you absolutely loved it, then comment and subscribe for more dang content. Follow me on Twitter in the link in the description. Until next time, you guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye, poopy head!